Hey guys, Chart Stoppers back with another video. In this channel we take a look at different stocks and map out their key support and resistance areas on their chart. It's important to know these areas before buying any stock, and it's also important to know what kind of a trend a stock is in before you buy into it. Support and resistance is one of the most important things you should know about a stock before you either buy or sell. And also, if you're doing any day trading, swing trading, or options, you are definitely going to want to get familiar with support and resistance. Just to let you know, I'm not a financial expert. These videos are for educational purposes only, but I am here to point out key factors on the charts which do impact the price action of a stock. And I also provided a link for Webull. You could use that to start an account and get 2 free stocks. And I provided a link for Robinhood. You could use that to start an account and get 1 free stock. Also, just to let you know, we will be doing 3 videos per week on 3 different stocks. So if you have a recommendation, leave a comment below and I'll try to get to it. And don't forget to subscribe and turn your notification on for the channel so you don't miss out on any new videos. Okay, so let's get into what the market's doing today. Today is May 18th, 2021. And it's pretty early in the day right now. So you could see here the market's opened up and everything was pretty good here. The S&P went straight up almost, and the NASDAQ, it's up also, with the Dow Jones being down. The S&P is up only 0.02%, the Dow is down 0.19%, and the NASDAQ is leading the day up 0.69%. So let's take a look at the stock we're going to talk about today. I got a request from a viewer to do Fuelcell, so I'm going to be doing that today. And today they are trading at $8.30 currently. They are up 34 cents on the day, which is the equivalent of 4.3% today. So they're having a pretty good day. On the week, they're actually up 8% right now. So they're doing pretty good for the week. A little bit of a recovery there. For the month, they are still down 13.5%. And the past 3 months, we have seen them drop 58%. So they are still way down from where they came from. This stock was a big growth stock in 2020. A lot of people made a lot of money off this one, and you could see here on the chart, you could look at it and just know why. It went almost straight up around the end of 2020, in about the beginning of November. You saw this thing pretty much just rocket up, and it went from being a penny stock, as you could see here, all the way down, around the $2 range down here. And this thing went all the way up to a 52-week high of almost $30. It topped out at $29.44. So if you got in at the bottom here, and this is in a very short period of time, if you got in around here, you made a lot of money right here. So for anyone that doesn't know what this company does, they are an American fuel cell power company. They design, manufacture, operate, and service direct fuel cell power plants that run on natural gas and biogas. Their power plants are not considered hydrogen fuel cells because their feedstock is not pure hydrogen, and the byproducts of electric generation include carbon dioxide. And they're one of the biggest publicly traded fuel cell manufacturers in the U.S. The company operates over 50 power plants all over the world. They operate the largest fuel cell park in Gyeonggi Green Energy Fuel Cell Park, which is in South Korea, and that park consists of 21 power plants providing 59 megawatts of electricity plus district heating to a number of customers in South Korea. It also operates the largest fuel cell park in North America, consisting of 5 2.8 megawatt power plants, which is located in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Okay, so they have 2 markets, including ultra clean power based on natural gas and renewable power operating on renewable biogas. Okay, so their customer base covers commercial and industrial enterprises, including utility companies, municipalities, and universities. So a little bit about their company. They were founded in 1969. Their headquarters is in Danbury, Connecticut in the U.S. And their CEO is named Jason B. Few. Okay, so they will have earnings coming out on June 10th pre-market. So we're about, a couple weeks away from their earnings. So all we have to go off of is their last earnings report right here, which didn't look good because the stock fell a lot after that. It gapped down after they came out with the report of earnings, so they did not post good numbers last time. It looks like they had around a 6-cent loss per share, and the estimate was around 4. So they did not beat on earnings last time they reported, which was on March 16th of earlier this year. So let's get into the chart here. I wanted to take a look at it and go over a few things for some trade ideas coming up. And you could see we did have our 52-week high, which I mentioned was $29.44. We hit that on February 10th of 2021, earlier this year, and that was right before the correction started. We ran into the correction around the 16th of February, I believe, and that's when all these stocks, these growth stocks, started to tumble and just lose a lot of their value, and it was no different with this one. You're going to see here we had some support around $18.34, and we lost that going forward. And, our next support is around $13.10. That was our major support that we lost during this correction. And it looked like it was going to, bottom out here. Actually, this support should be around, it looked like we had support around $11.60 as we hit this double bottom right here. You had a low this day of $11.07 on March 5th right here. And it looked like a double bottom was forming right here on March 25th of 2021. But, you saw a little bit of a recovery after it bounced off this support here. And a little bit of a recovery here after it bounced off the support. So it looked like that was going to be a pretty strong support around $11.60 here. But it did not hold up during this correction. As you can see, we just kept dipping down. And our next support, which we are currently at right here, is around $7.94 here. So that's like currently where we're trading around right now. The stock is at, let's see here. Currently we are sitting at around $8.47. So we're back above our support, which is around $8 here. And, we did see this thing fall to a low on May 11th right here of $6.42. That was the lowest point that it fell to, and it's starting to recover back from that low right there. So hopefully these are the lows of the correction. And as you can see, we did lose our 200-day moving average on our daily chart here. So we are currently trading below the 200-day moving average. We are below the 50 and the 30-day moving averages, and we are sitting, it looks like it's coming up back, trying to get back above the 21-day moving average right now. So looking at my chart here, you could see I have a red line coming down following this correction that's happened. All my moving averages are pretty much pointing down the same way, so that shows me that my trend line is good. And we have a green trend line pointing upwards, which would be our uptrend, over since about November of last year when this thing really started to take off. So we're trying to see if this thing's going to maintain this little uptrend that it's on or maintain this downtrend that it's been trading on since about February right here. So you could see here we have a pretty strong trend line. As you could see, it's hit off this line right here. So that's once, twice, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and about 8 touches off this line right here. So that's a very good trend line. The more touches off the line you see, the better, because that shows you your trend line is strong. But for this one, this is not a good trend line because it's pointing downwards here. So this is a downtrend that it's been stuck in since the beginning of February right here. And, it looks like these past 2 days here, we have broken out of this trend line finally. We haven't traded above this trend line since the beginning of since about the middle of February right here. That this day was the last day we were above this trend line, and then we got into this strong downtrend here. So it's been about 3 months since we've traded above this red line, and hopefully it looks like it is going to hold, and it looks like it bottomed out here around $6.42. So hopefully we're seeing the start of a reversal here, and we can move forward and try to get back up to around these areas right here, you know, at least back to this support level above here around $11.60, which would be currently where our 50-day moving average is sitting right now. So you can see on the chart that our main thing that's been acting as resistance is our 21-day moving average, which was right here marked in light blue. This light blue line is our 21-day moving average coming down. Okay, this is the 50-day moving average in the dark blue, and I have my 30-day in the green. But the 21-day moving average, you know, we haven't seen this thing go above there, you know, during this whole time right here. So my trend line basically follows my 21-day moving average here. So this is what we're going to want to see, you know, in the next couple days here, is this thing get above this 21-day moving average to start. And then we'll want to see it get back above our 200-day moving average, which will show a lot of strength here, which, you know, it looks like our 200-day and our 30-day are pretty much about to cross here. So as long as the stock keeps going up here, that would be a bullish thing to see, is our moving averages starting to cross back upwards. So I just want to quickly switch over to my weekly chart and see what's going on over there. And you can see here, we are currently below our 50-day moving average on the weekly chart. So this is also pretty important. You know, we're sitting there right now. The 50-day moving average is currently at $8 and it looks like 16 cents. So we're a little bit above there right now on our weekly chart. You know, and we're going to want to stay above that 50-day moving average, at least on our weekly chart here, to show signs of a reversal. Okay, and as you could see on the weekly chart, you know, we've been trading below this trend line here for, let's count the weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we are on our 13th week of trading below this trend line on the weekly chart. Okay, and it looks like right now it's just starting to get above that trend line here. So I'll be watching the weekly chart on this one, and if we see this thing close the week above the trend line here marked in the red, that will be signs very bullish moving forward, and hopefully signs of a reversal, because as you can see, it hasn't closed a week above, you know, this trend line here in 13 weeks. So this is going on the 13th week right here. That we have never closed a week above this trend line. So that'll be very important also moving forward, and very important we stay above this 50-day moving average on our weekly chart here, just to keep the signs of a reversal going. So I'm just going to switch over to our 4-hour chart here, see what we could find here. And it looks like on our 4-hour chart, you know, it's looking pretty good here. We are currently above our 21-day moving average on the 4-hour chart. We're right around our 30-day moving average right here in the green, and you know, hopefully we could break this 50-day moving average also moving forward. I'm going to switch back over to our daily chart, and you could see, you know, we're coming right up on that 21-day moving average. So what I want to see going forward, I want to maintain on the weekly chart here, I want to maintain above this 50-day moving average. You know, get out of this trend line. I want to close the week above this red line right here. That'll be very important at the end of this week on Friday, is to close above that red line. Okay, and that will confirm our reversal. And on the daily chart, you know, I want to see this thing get back above that 200-day moving average and continue its way upwards. Okay, and you know, we're going to see this thing, it's going to run into some trouble around $11 and, you know, 60-cent area. That will be our, you know, major resistance once it gets above these moving averages, because that's where our 50-day moving average is, and that's where our former support was right there. So that'll be acting as resistance moving forward. But if we get above this, you're pretty much golden to go right all the way around $18. We don't have any resistance until around $18.34 up there. That's where I have my next resistance. And to move on to all new highs, we are going to want to see this thing, break $26.42. You could see right here we had a pretty much double top right around there. So we're going to want to see this thing get above there and, hold above there to see this thing move on to an all new high. So you have a pretty good or risk reward on this one. You're currently trading at around $8.50 right now at the time of this video. And, you see these all-time highs up here of almost $30. So you could ride this thing up from $8.50 where it's at right now, to at least around this $11.50 area right in here. That's where I'm thinking it'll have a little bit of trouble getting above there. But if you get some strong momentum behind this thing, we've seen it happen before last year around November where this thing just took off and, left everything in its dust. So, we might be seeing that right now, the signs of a reversal and maybe back up to the top. So if you want to take a risk, I don't think you have too much downside risk right here anymore after how far this stock has fallen. And one more thing I wanted to point out is on the RSI here, you could see the relative strength index. Look at how overbought it was, at the tops, but right now it's currently sitting, oversold down here. So you're pretty good on the RSI. It looks like it bottomed out. You had a double bottom on the RSI right here, and it looks like it's moving back in the right direction. Signs of a reversal here. So that's my video on Fuelcell. If you guys liked it, be sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and have your notifications on so you don't miss out on any new content. And don't forget to check out the links in the description below. If you want to get some free stock from Webull, use my link, and we will see you next time on Chart Stoppers.